So then when we went on our Christmas do, it had to be paid for, right? So we all basically agreed that we'd all put like a 500 quid or a grand into a kitty. So like somebody would have a bank account set up. Everybody like put the money into there, just like direct transfer, put it all into there. That normally pays for most of the Christmas things. So you got to think though, if you're taking 20 lads, to wherever it is, like in London, it's expensive, mate. It is so expensive. So I remember doing a 2-dayer where like all the money was gone by the Saturday night. Like we'd got a whole Sunday to pay for, so we're having to put more money into a kitty to pay for it, right? And then even that paid for like Winter Wonderland. We had like another night do at the end. And then what happens at that point is they will basically just come to a senior player and go, oh, we need a credit card for afterwards or just in case or this or that. And everybody, mate, you can tell everybody's just thinking, nah, I need to be like, and like, so I remember doing it once, right? And I remember like, yeah, sweet as a nut, no worries. You've had a few drinks. You're golden, mate. We're cooking. We're having a nice time. You ain't cooking and having a nice time when it's the end of the night, right? And everyone's gone home already, And they're like, the bill needs paying. Ben, you gave your credit card, and I'm thinking, mate, here we go.
What, that's happened to you before?
Oh, happened loads. It falls on the senior players or the captain, always.
Wow.
It will always fall on the senior players. So we had a few where one of them was like 6 or 7 grand or something, and you're having to pay it, and you're thinking, oh yeah, this is a bit chunky, a bit naughty. Like other players, like will pay it. They'll just go and pay it, and then. To be fair, most lads are pretty sensible and they'll be like texting going, right, what do I owe you and all that kind of stuff. But you defo get so many players who are tight as you like, mate. Tight as you like. Craig Dawson, he was on our party. Craig Dawson then sending you an how much do I owe you text. No chance,
Are you chasing him then?
Yeah, I'm chasing him, mate. I will want to get that money more than anybody, I will chase him, right? I will make sure he pays that money, but he ain't offering first and foremost.
Wow.
No chance.
What's Dawson like on a night out?
He don't drink.
Oh.
Really? Don't drink, so miserable. He's boring, mate. I love him to bits, but honestly, he's wicked. He's the loveliest lad, such a nice bloke, like down to earth, homely, all that kind of stuff. So he ain't really interested in going out, and fair play to him. Do you know what I mean? He likes going home, he likes being like with his family and all that kind of stuff. Leave him to it, mate. He's golden.
Do people dress up for these Christmas nights out?
Yeah, some do. Yeah, so if you're doing a 2-dayer, right, you will normally have like one day designated as your dress up kind of thing. So. What we always used to do was on the Sunday would be the dress up day, like fancy dress, and we had one at West Brom actually once where we went to Ireland. Oh, it was banging, by the way. So we had Shane Long who plays for us. Yeah. He's the king of Ireland. Like honestly, he's the king of Ireland. He knew everything, so he sorted everything out. But what we did on the Sunday for the fancy dress was we had put a load of colours into a hat. And you had to pick the colour out, and whatever colour it was, you had to wear a suit of that colour. Yeah, so there were all the usual ones. There was like red, blue, pink, all that kind of stuff. I pulled out navy blue. Oh my god! Like
you're sorted,
but I was buzzing honestly.
Yeah, that's
completely
quality.
random. I swear to you, I got navy blue. I was actually a bit bored. I was thinking, it'd be nice to have a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there was some horrors in there. There was like cheetah. There was like cow print. There was like PVC. There was leather. There was all sorts. Yeah, there was horrible ones. James Morrison, like the footballer James Morrison, not the singer. He picked PVC, and fair play to him. He went and got a custom made PVC suit.
Wow.
It was really, really good. Like, he even had PVC, like, patent leather shoes. Really good, like, sweating his tits off, he was. It was horrible. But yeah, so Ireland was wicked. So that's what you do on the Sunday, right? You do the fancy dress. But I've got to say, Ireland was really, really good. So Shane Long's with us. He's just bowling us around. He's got all these bars booked in Temple Row, all that kind of stuff. At one point, actually, before we got into any bars, we were walking. There was a busker playing the guitar. He went and took the guitar off the busker and started singing. Oh, mate, he was incredible.
Wow.
He's incredible. Mate, he plays guitar. He's a singer.
Shane Long.
Shane Long. Right, honestly, he's incredible.
That's unreal
to
just whip that out.
Just bowls up, takes it. Like all the lads are chucking money in for the busker and stuff like that. It was so good. So we're in Dublin and it was wicked like it. But on that Sunday there were a lot of teams there, right? So there was like I think Blackburn were there. Fulham might have been there.
Same bar.
Yeah, in Dublin. But Dublin's not the biggest. Like it's Temple Row. You just go Temple Row, and there's always the usual haunts where you'll go to. But the first bar we went into, right? It was already popping. Like they have live singers in there, all that kind of stuff. It was class. You go in there and there's about 50 blokes in fancy dress and they're all footballers. But like people have got like everything on, beards on, hats. So you're like looking and going, is that who? Oh, he's that, and there was a few. Honestly, I'm talking. This was probably best part of 10 years ago. Some of the stuff people were wearing, you ain't getting away with nowadays.
Really? Yeah.
I swear on my life, you are not getting away with them. I know for a fact you're not getting away with them. Wearing some naughty outfits, really naughty outfits. But it's a surreal. So the question earlier, what surreal experience? That's a weird one. When you walk into a bar in Temple Row in Dublin, and there's 50 Premier League footballers in there, all dressed in some weird and wacky stuff. That's pretty cool.
If a footballer meets another footballer on a night out, but they've never sort of met, they might have played against each other but never spoke. Is there like a mutual like? Are you just mates?
Do a little nod. Do you do a little nod?
Yeah, you got something to talk about. He's like, my football knowledge is brutal. Like, I can't name half of any team.
Yeah. Can you not?
No, I'm but really, really bad. Like, really, really bad. So I won't know anyone anyway. But like, I will just say hello to anyone anyway. So I will just be looking at people, and you can tell if someone's a footballer, can't you? Even in fancy dress. In fancy dress, you can tell mate. Somebody's. Oh yeah, footballers have a look, mate.
Really?
Yeah, like they're tall, they're athletic. They've normally got expensive gear on, like all fancy trainers, all that kind of stuff.
Do you think you look like a footballer?
Have you seen what I'm wearing today? I've got
polar
shorts on. I've got some Nike socks on and a polar bear jumper.
Is that what they look like?
I'm the anti-footballer, honestly.
What was it like playing under Alex Ferguson then? Was it Alex Ferguson who booted a football boot at Becca?
At Beck's, yeah.
So it's like, were you ever in the changing room when he had like a bit of a moment?
Yeah, loads, mate. Loads. Yeah, loads. He had loads of moments as well. It wasn't just in the changing rooms. It was around the training ground. If we had a bad result on a Saturday, for example, you knew on Monday morning to just steer clear of him. Like, you wouldn't even go up to the canteen because his office was near to the canteen, next to the canteen, basically. So you wouldn't walk up that way because you knew there's a chance he might be there, and you just didn't want to see him. You didn't want to lock eyes with him. You'd just hide away in the gym, just go and do extra work or whatever, but you wouldn't go upstairs because he would take that into the Monday. Like losing or a bad performance or something that might have just really irked him on the Saturday, he would carry it with him for days, and everybody knew it. And I think that's the beauty of him. Honestly, they don't make him like him anymore. I promise you, they don't make him like him. And I don't even know if it would work in today's football because the modern football is so much softer than what they used to be. You can't get at modern footballers anymore. You can't tell them. You can't shout at them. You have to be nicey with them, an arm round them. And come on, you got it. It's all right. I'm going to say that.
Everyone thinks Ben's a really nice guy, which he is.
Can I just say as well, I've never told this story before, right? Nobody has heard this story.
Exclusives all over.
And the lad ripped me for it literally every day.
Well, I've left, so it's fine. But Ben he's a really nice guy, but as you know, he has a competitive streak, shall we say, that he likes to win.
Yeah.
So there was a game, Stoke. Was it Stoke? Yeah. He's come out. No, he didn't come out for a cross. And a couple of people, I won't name names.
I will. Andre Graham will you.
They said, Fuzzy, come and get the ball.
No, in the game, the problem was, right, sorry, Troy, in the game, they're doing that flingy arm thing. You know, come out, dickheads. Yeah. They're only doing it for the fans. They know exactly what they're doing.
There was no fans there as well. That was the worst part.
On the telly then, all right?
So anyway, he gets in and I'm just sat in my space and Fuzzy comes in. He's like, dickheads, everyone's dickheads, and throwing his stuff around.
We've won the game, by the way, 3-2. We've won the game 3-2, by the way.
And then Will comes in, and Will didn't know how to get under his skin very easily. And then Dre sat down and he goes, Ben, just come for the ball. Like, as a joke, he lost it. Well, you're shit. We've all been shit. So, and he just went, and it was the biggest, like,
hissy fit,
toys out the pram you've ever seen. So every day, like, for like a month afterwards, everyone was like, well, you're shit anyway.
It's the fact that Clevs came out, you're pissing yourself laughing. You're just like, I could see you literally just going, oh, just leave him to it. It's buzzing his tits off. Clevs has to come over and go, Fozzie, stop calling everyone shit, please, mate. And I'm going, no, you've been shit. You've been shit as well,
in that game against Norwich, and he pulled up like back. He's been holding it. In that game against that, you was crap as well, and you gave a penalty. It was the biggest hissy fit, and I'm just in the corner laughing because I knew it was like a get it all out moment. But
like, where did you get the idea from to put the GoPro in the goal? Like, where did that come from?
We were in lockdown, and I'll be honest with you. The first reason why I wanted to start using, I just wanted free bike stuff. Like I wanted to. we did so much cycling, me and Tom, and it was the best. Like lockdown was incredible for cycling. Like the roads were dead, like nobody about. We could go anywhere. Weather was fantastic as well. And I thought, like, if I start a YouTube channel with cycling and a bit of goalkeeping and football and stuff, they might send me like a new frame or some wheels and stuff, because it's well expensive. Like wheels are like $2 or $3 grand. A frame is like $3 or $4 grand. You know what I mean? Like a proper whole bike is about 11, 12 grand nowadays. And I was thinking, if they could send me stuff, I'd be buzzing with this, right? And then it just started so quickly. So I started doing a bit of cycling content, and then I said to these lot, I was like, you know what, I should do some like football videos around the training ground, or even like on a match day, just show what's what. And then I don't know where it came from. I was just like, I'm going to put the camera in the goal. And we knew we shouldn't be doing it because there would probably be laws about broadcast rights.
I was going to say that, like licensing issues.
There'll be some sort of licensing somewhere or something. But I did it, and I just thought, you know what, it's probably better to ask for forgiveness afterwards.
We say that a lot, yeah.
Just do it and see what's what, right? We'll plead like innocence afterwards, and I did it, and nobody said anything. Nobody said anything, and everybody was well aware that it was like not proper and you shouldn't be doing it and stuff. Everybody knew, but nobody said anything. The EFL, Sky Sports, nobody. And then eventually, somebody from the Mail, the Daily Mail, got in touch with us and said, "You shouldn't be doing this." And it was like, oh, for God's sake, it was like, we're going to flag it up with the EFL and Sky Sports and blah blah blah. And I was like, mate, why don't I give you a call? We'll have a chat about it and I'll explain what we're doing. And like I was thinking, hopefully it will like stem it a little bit. So I did this interview with him, mate, later that night on the Mail website. Foster knows he's doing illegal stuff. And it was like, oh,
what a knock.
Yeah, you knock. So but to be fair, like because it was in lockdown and it was like empty stadiums and there wasn't a lot of access to anything, the EFL and Sky were brilliant. They were so good. Like we agreed a contract where I could carry on doing it and this and that and a few little guidelines to abide by and stuff. But they could trust that I could show the videos or show football in a good light, because they were always positive videos anyway. Like I always bleeped out swearing and never showed anything a bit like contentious or anything like that. So they were happy for it to carry on. They were happy.
Did you have any repercussions from like other players or management? Because I saw like on one of your videos where you went into the changing room and you still sort of filming between your legs.
Yeah.
And like, did you ever get any backlash or any? Like,
yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So like, I got fined a few times from Watford. Like, so the problem came when we got promoted that season. So the first season I was doing it brilliant, and then we got promoted into the Premier League. And then as soon as you go into the Premier League, all the best trying to film anything. Like it's all broadcast right, Amazon, BT, Sky, billions of pounds. It's big deal, right? So we had a Zoom call at the end of the season. It was with people from the Premier League, the representative, and they were just like, you can't do this anymore. You can't carry on showing stuff. It's not allowed. I was like, oh. So we have to find a way around it. So I carried on doing like the vlogs where I would show us travelling, or I'd show us walking into the stadium, into the changing rooms. I could still show quite a lot, just no match footage. But when you're losing and getting pumped like 6-0 and 7-0 and like me coming out at the end of the vlog going, yeah, just lost 7-0. Not a great day at the office today, but you know, we keep smiling and make sure you subscribe. Like it just don't go down very well. It really don't. So
again, teams like West Brom and Watford, etc., who might not be able to pay the big bucks, what they can do is pay you a bonus that they can pay at the end of the season as long as you're in the Premier League. Because as long as you're in the Premier League, the team get all the money. The team get the Premier League money. So they're cash rich again. They can pay bonuses. So they're happy to pay players who have performed and who have played. So as a goalie, if you've played 38 games that season, which I did quite a few times.
And you stayed up.
Yeah, quite a few times for West Brom.
Cha-ching.
Well, but even if you don't stay up, if you play 38 games as a goalkeeper, you have to be doing all right.
Absolutely.
Because you have to have a level of consistency that says you've played well enough each week to retain your place. Yeah. So, like I say, most of the time I would have played 38 games that season, but you will have an appearance fee as well. And my appearance fee in this was,
you tell me.
I can't even remember.
Guess.
4. I'll go for 4 again.
£6,000
per appearance.
£6,000 appearance. So, just to put this into perspective, when you talk about players on 200 grand a week, it's not always a base salary, is it?
I don't know, you know. Yeah,
not always.
Most of the time, people talk about their base salary. Most of the time. So in the paper, if you read somebody is on 70 grand a week, normally that's what it means. They are on 70 grand a week. But again, though, if you're talking about these big teams, Man City, for example, they're paying heavy bonuses if they win stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
heavy
sure.
bonuses. Like you're talking another few million quid per player if they win stuff.
That's mad, isn't it? So let's look at it. Let's look at we're coming up to Easter at the moment.
Yeah.
So let's say roll back the clocks 10 years. You're at West Brom. You play 2 games in a week,
Yeah.
Premier League games in a week. You win one, you lose one.
Yeah.
So you got 40 grand a week, plus you've got 2 appearance fees.
At 12 grand.
So that's 12 grand.
Yeah.
Plus you've got
12 grand for winning one game. Yeah. So that's 24, 64 bags I'd have earned that week. Buzzing. So we're sitting down, about to do the team meeting. Sorry, we're doing the team meeting. And Pards puts the team starting 11 on the screen. And this is on the Friday afternoon after training. And Johnny Evans is starting. Basically, bearing in mind, he had just been involved in all this taxi
nearly
scandal.
said something then, didn't you?
Yeah, he'd just been involved in all this taxi scandal, all that kind of stuff, and he was straight in the starting lineup. Yeah, no other players that were involved were in the starting 11, but Johnny Evans was. And Alan Neom, who a centre back, he was a really good lad actually. I loved Alan; he was class. He thought he was starting because he was the centre back. He was next in line if Johnny's not fit or whatever or not selected. So anyway, he puts the starting lineup and Alan Neom is sat there and he is obviously absolutely fuming. And I mean raging, right? So he's got this plastic water bottle and it's like, he drank all the water out of it at this time, yeah? But he had left like a little bit of the lid off a little bit so air could get out of it. I'm trying to paint it as good as I can. It's brilliant, honestly. And all of a sudden he starts like scrunching it. And you think a plastic water bottle, when you're in a team, like a room of 25 lads and it's just the manager talking, it's quiet, right?
Yeah.
He's scrunching, and he's really scrunching now, right? And everybody's looking, going, "What's he doing? Like, what's happening here?" Like scrunching to the point where eventually Alan Pardew has to turn around and go, "All right, Alan," and Alan went, and he just keeps scrunching, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's going to say something. He's going to explode here. He's got to explode here." And he went, "No," and Alan went, "Okay, well, what's your problem?" And he went, "You're a shit guy, and you're a shit manager." Oh my God.
No, he did.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did.
You're a shit guy.
You're a shit guy and you're a shit manager, right?
What a line.
And every one of us is just going, "Oh my God, this is incredible. This is incredible." And Pars just didn't know what to do. Pars was just like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this, yeah?" So I think Alan's just got up and gone out and the meeting's kind of just been like, "Right, we'll do this later, lads," or something. Mate, it was ridiculous. Every one of us is just like, "Oh my."
And then did the
God.
WhatsApp group blow up after that?
Oh, mate, we're straight back in the changing rooms and everybody's just going, "What on earth has just gone on? This is ridiculous." Alan Neil, like
WhatsApp
a
group has been
steam.
renamed to shit guy.
Oh, it was outrageous, honestly.
That's